YouTube! Thank you so much for dropping by and checking out our video. So for today's vlog, we are reviewing, or we will be discussing, the Netflix movie Enola Holmes, which drops on the 23rd of September. So Netflix actually gave us advanced screeners, so I was already able to see it, and that's why we're talking about it today for this vlog. So first off, I just want to say that I am a big Sherlock Holmes fan. I remember as a child borrowing The Hound of the Baskervilles from our school library. So I guess since I started reading young, I would be curious about Sherlock Holmes, because he is, after all, one of the most, or if not the most popular English character, like from a book. So yeah, I am a big Sherlock Holmes fan, and who wouldn't be, I also grew up like watching the young Sherlock Holmes movie. I remember seeing it on HBO, and it's like one of the movies that I really enjoyed as a kid, and I would always watch it whenever I would come across it on TV. And of course, we have the Sherlock series, and on the question of who your favorite Sherlock Holmes is, mine would be, of course, Benedict Cumberbatch from that series. So yeah, okay, so that's why I have this pop. And I also remember that I actually have this book. So yeah, Adventures and Memoirs of Sherlock Holmes, which I did a bit of reading, just to prepare or to do some research for Enola Holmes. So actually, Enola Holmes is based on a series of books. It's based on a book series that by American author Nancy Springer. There are actually 6 books in the series, and the movie Enola Holmes, which comes out on the 23rd of September, is actually based on the first one, which is The Mystery of the Missing Marcus. Okay, so, and Millie Bobby Brown of Stranger Things fame stars in the movie as Enola Holmes, and she actually serves as producer for the film. So her family was interested in making this into a movie, so they were the ones who for a distributor and producers and everything. So I remember we actually got to see Millie Bobby Brown in person during the Asia Pop Comic Con. So she was like really young then, and I sort of understand the dynamic of how her family works, because it's like they're very supportive of her. So they really supported her career, and they even she's English, and they moved to the United States in order to support her wedding career. And after Stranger Things, everything just was on the way up for her. Well, actually, she was in on the big screen. We saw her last in Godzilla, the last Godzilla movie. She had a role there, but really in Enola Holmes, she shines in this role. She really carries the whole film on her shoulders. So okay, so let's talk about that. So actually, Enola Holmes is the youngest, or sister of the famous Sherlock Holmes. In the movie, she is brought up by her eccentric mother, Eudora, played by Helena Bonham Carter. So Enola did not have the traditional upbringing of like what is expected of a young girl or a young lady in Victorian England. Rather, her mother brought her up, teaching her self-defense, so like science and reading. She was encouraged to read a lot, and these are things that are not taught for young women during those times. They're expected to be prim and proper, and to get a good marriage, basically. So that was all that was expected of them. So for Enola, she was brought up in a very a very non-conventional way. So she wakes up on her 16th birthday to discover that her mother is missing. So this has prompted Sherlock, which is played by Henry Cavill, and Mycroft, played by Sam Claflin, to finally go home to their childhood home and see Enola. So, well, Mycroft decides to bring Enola up to like a finishing school, so that she would have like the proper education, and she would learn to be a proper lady in society. And Sherlock, well, is tasked to find their mother. So, of course, Enola does not want to be brought up in like a finishing school. She doesn't want to where they're basically taught how to walk, how to slurp your soup correctly, and all that, because she's different. So Enola runs away, and during while on the run, she meets a Viscount Tewkesbury, who is also running away from his own responsibilities, from his own role. So Enola goes to London, and basically while she is here, she is looking for her mother. She decides to look for her mother on her own. She is trying to keep away from her brothers, staying away from them, and she decides to basically also help the Viscount Tewkesbury, because he's in trouble, and she can help him. So what can I say about the movie? Actually, I enjoyed it. So it's one of those like PG-13 movies. So you don't really get much of those good movies. I have a lot of nieces, and I would want them to see this movie. It has a lot of good messages for young girls, and but it's not just for a young audience. Even like adults can enjoy it. So it's for the teens to see, but then the adults can still enjoy it. It's not too Disney Channel-y, if that's a term. So there's actually a scene in the movie wherein Enola, Millie Bobby Brown, they're taking her measurements, so like her chest size, her waist, and the head mistress of the school, I forget what her title is, she was saying that the measurements are not enough, and Enola like responds, it's not important. So the measurements are not important. So I think it's a good, it sends out a good positive body image message, to girls, that shouldn't be caught up with like your physical looks, that girls are more than just their measurements. So yeah, I appreciated that particular scene, and more than that, the themes of the movie are basically to be who you are and not who society expects you to be. Girls are more than just a good match for marriages, and Enola goes off on her own, trying to prove this, and and she also proves that she's more than just Sherlock Holmes's younger sister, that she is her own self. So I also like that message. And I read a bit about like how the book went compared to the movie. Although I have not read the book yet, I would like to read it if I would come across a copy. Anyways, they sort of updated the book, or the story in the movie rather, and they added a bit of like feminism themes in there. And Mycroft has this line, and he says, "Oh, good God, feminism." So yeah, I also like that because they talk about equality in the film. So I appreciated the touch of that. But it's not so much too preachy that it would be too gaggy. So just the right amount of feminism themes in there. So yeah, and I also like the gender flip that they did, because Enola, to hide from her brothers, would go on disguise, so she would like dress up as a boy, and she's partnered, or she goes along the adventure with the Viscount, Count Tewksbury, who's a bit effeminate, not really like. So yeah, it was nice like to see the gender flip in that way. So there, it's an enjoyable film. Give you guys a warning, because this is not like a Sherlock Holmes movie. Even if I am a Sherlock Holmes fan, I knew going into the movie that it's about Enola Holmes. So because I read this review wherein like the reviewer was disappointed because Sherlock Holmes didn't have like limelight, or that it wasn't about him, but it is not about him at all. So yeah, don't go into the movie expecting it to be a Sherlock Holmes movie, because it is not. It is about Enola Holmes. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and some of the things that I probably found weird was, although I like Sam Claflin for the Mycroft role, it's just sort of hard. It's just hard to believe that like he'd be older than Henry Cavill. So yeah, that one, and the fact that they kept on calling each other, younger brother or older brother. So yeah, because it's just a bit hard to believe. And there's also like a lot of things happening in the movie that it wasn't. You didn't really feel that it was like a mystery, solving a mystery. Yeah, because they're like 3 plots in there. So maybe if the movie does well, they would continue on with the other. They would adapt the other books into movies, and they would be able to focus really on the mystery. So yeah, that's it. Enola Holmes drops on the 23rd of September on Netflix. Thank you again so much, Netflix, for the advanced screeners. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, please do give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, and we'd love to hear from you. And please do subscribe to the channel. Yeah, we've already hit our 1,000 subscribers mark. So yeah, so thanks everyone. And please do tell your family and friends about us. We haven't done a giveaways for some time. Hopefully we can do one soon as a thank you to you guys. So that is it for now. Make sure that you guys follow me on my Instagram and Twitter at Ika_Cheng also. And please do like our page, Team P Cheng, on Facebook. So yeah, that is it for now. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. So here is here is Benedict Cumberbatch as Sherlock Holmes, because I love it. So yeah, that's it for now. If you guys have like any leads on a copy of Enola Holmes book, message me. I would love to read it, additional reading. So yeah, that is it for now. Bye guys. Bye.